Hi everyone, welcome back to Going Deep Encouragement with me, Sipokazi Khumalo. And today I'd like us to touch on a topic that I've titled Being Bold. I found a very interesting story in the Bible, and that's in the book of Matthew chapter 27 from verse 17 to 20. I'm just going to read it quickly. So when the crowd had gathered, Pilate asked them, "Which one do you want me to release to you, Barabbas or Jesus who is called Christ?" For he knew that it was out of envy that they had handed him over to him. While Pilate was sitting on the judge's seat, his wife sent him a message, "Do not have anything to do with that innocent man, for I have suffered a great deal today in a dream because of him." But the chief priests and the elders persuaded the crowd to ask for Barabbas and to have Jesus persecuted. So this, as we all know, this is a story that we all know, and we see Jesus here just after he was arrested, and he is now standing in front of this Roman governor, Pontius Pilate. And we see here, as the decision was supposed to be made for Jesus to be crucified, and the wife, who was not even mentioned by name in the Bible, she comes out with this message to say that, do not have anything to do with this innocent man's life. So this was literally matter of life and death. And it's just amazing how bold this woman was. And besides the fact that she was a woman, and at that time, women did not have a public voice or even a public life for that matter. And with the angry crowd like that, things could have easily become messy, and her speaking could have put hers and her life in danger. And that did not stop her. She knew what God said, and she knew that she had to be bold and speak up. And she knew that her speaking could save a man's life. And she didn't just know in her heart that Jesus was innocent, but she did something with what she knew. Which reminds me, just us in our daily lives, how many of us have kept quiet when we're supposed to speak out and let the light of Jesus that is in us shine through us? How many of us, have gotten that prophetic word, like this woman, Pontius Pilate's wife? She heard from God. So how many of us have heard from God? You get that prophetic word, but because you don't want to risk being embarrassed, you don't want to risk being rejected for that matter, which is the same thing that could have happened to this woman. She could have been rejected. She could have been even embarrassed. So how many of us, do not speak out, do not give those prophetic words to that colleague, to that neighbor, which could, bring that person, to Jesus. And I just want to read another scripture that's in Matthew 10, verse 16, where Jesus is talking to his disciples. So he says, "I am sending you out like wolves, like sheep among wolves. Therefore, be as shrewd as snake and as innocent as doves. Be on your guard against men. They will hand you over to the local councils and flog you in their synagogues. On my account, you will be brought before governors and kings as witnesses to them and to Gentiles. But when they arrest you, do not worry about what you say or how you say it. At that time you will be given what to say, for it will not be you speaking, but the Spirit of the Father speaking through you." So even in this time, I just want to encourage you to step out, to be bold. God promises to speak through us. He promises to give us the words to say. Even in these difficult times, He is looking at us to speak the truth, to bring the people to Him. And He will give us the words of wisdom, the words of knowledge, the words that we are to speak to people. Be blessed. Thank you. Bye-bye.